Hello guys, Matthew here, and welcome back once again to the TechTeak YouTube channel. Today I'll be checking out the less powerful brother of Gigabyte's GTX 1050 Ti G1 gaming series, which I had a chance to try out not so long ago, that being the non-Ti GTX 1050 G1 gaming model. As you can see, the product box is basically the same compared to it. On the front you will find few features pointed out in the bottom left corner, some of which you will find more in detail at the back of the box, like the WindForce 2X cooler design, alongside of basic technical specifications, system requirements and video output layout. Opening up the box, for the accessories you'll only get a quick start guide and optical disc with drivers and software, nothing else, which is kinda disappointing to say at least. And here's the graphics card itself. The cooler design and its construction is identical to its bigger brother, which is a plus in my opinion, as it's going onto a GPU which in theory has a bit smaller TDP, meaning that the cooling performance should be better or at least equally good. Underneath that plastic outer shell you will find a big aluminium block divided in 3 areas and mutually connected with 2 heat pipes, coupled with 2 GB 90mm 3D active fans, all of that together cooling off the GPU, memory and VRMs. Turning the card onto the other side, here you will find a metal backplate with a cool looking design of the surface, additionally helping with card's cooling capability, rigidity and bumping its overall aesthetics. On the side we have for the G1 gaming series your common RGB LED lit Gigabyte logo and fan stop sign, while right next to it you can see the mandatory 6-pin PCI Express power connector. Finally, on the back you will find a non-reference video output setup consisting of 3 HDMIs, 1 DisplayPort and 1 DVI-D. Putting the card onto my benchmarking configuration, it was time to check out what it can do. As with any other graphics card with better equipped aftermarket cooler, the GTX 1050 G1 gaming series comes in factory overclocked, with GPU being set at 1443 MHz of base clock in Gigabyte's OC mode, but as you can see, thanks to the Nvidia's GPU Boost 3.0 technology and good cooling, it can go up to 1760 MHz in game. Taking it a bit further with manual overclocking, you can get around 100 MHz on top of that, at least I did with my sample here, while the memory goes almost up to 2200 MHz, which in the end bumps up the performance for a decent amount of frames. Checking out the results, as you would expect, the performance is very similar compared to any other GeForce GTX 1050 series out there, like for example MSI's Gaming X1, which I reviewed not so long ago. 1080p gaming is ideal for this series. You'll get over 30 FPS with high settings even in more demanding games, while in some other more popular and better optimized games you can count on getting over 60 FPS, especially when you add in overclocking frequencies. 16:9 1440p could also be doable judging by my 21:9 monitor resolution results here, but the lack of video memory, or to be more precise having just 2 GB of it, kinda gets in the way, especially with DirectX 12 titles. Taking a look at the temperatures, idle figures are below 40 degrees Celsius mark, which is a bit high, but on the other hand normal, as the fans do not spin at all and the graphics card runs completely passive and noise free up to 60 degrees Celsius. That's when the fans start working, while they shut off again when the GPU temperature goes below 55 degrees Celsius. Under FUTUREMARK stress test you will see it go up to 60 degrees Celsius with fans spinning at around 1000 RPM, and the same goes when playing games, as you can see it here, where the temperature occasionally drops down to 55 degrees Celsius and the fans turn off, but they turn back on again after a while once the GPU gets hot enough. You can of course adjust your own fan curve if this turning on and off bothers you, but I think that in a chassis you will see them running for the most part when under load, as it's a bit warmer in there than on an open test bed. All in all, cooling wise, this series performs basically exactly the same as its bigger brother, especially in terms of noise which it makes under load. Overall, the GeForce GTX 1050 series is maybe not getting that much attention, as it's currently the weakest example of Nvidia's Pascal architecture in terms of desktop graphics cards. Although it's a better buy over the AMD's RX 460 performance-wise, it's still really close to the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti series, so users tend to stretch their budget to get to it, or even to AMD's RX 470, as that's probably one of the best value GPUs on the market right now. Bottom line, GeForce GTX 1050's market placement is not too grateful, but it's still finding its way to its customers and those budget bills as one of the most affordable current generation GPU capable of running up-to-date games. And that's it guys for this time from me. Thank you once again for checking out the unboxing and review of Gigabyte's GeForce GTX 1050 G1 gaming graphics card. Feel free to toss me a thumbs up if you like this video, that really helps me a lot. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to the TechTick YouTube channel, or you can just check out some of my other videos from before.